it will. Like in a matter of, I would say, in a matter of weeks, you'll know the date that we're facing. Like we are 100% facing. It's just a matter of sorting out the details of when and where. But yeah, it was a good interaction. Like the dude's a good arm wrestler. The dude wears his heart on his sleeve. He says what he thinks. I mean, I've had plenty of history with run-ins with him as well. The internet polarizes opinions, and when you add to that RVJ's personality and the counterbalance to that, a Pradeep or myself or whatever the argument's about, um, he's pretty polarizing. But he's a good dude, and he's definitely a good arm wrestler. I mean, um, he's got a big hand and a big bicep, but he's got an exceptionally skinny wrist. So yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear Pradeep's prediction for that match.
Yeah, I'll give my
Okay.
prediction and predictions. Yeah, now I remember, Matt.
So,
Matt, great that you mentioned, and Ryan was also speaking. So the mind clicked how and where it started. Ryan, you remember you were on my channel. I invited you as a guest for a prediction show for the first Arm Wars comeback event, which was in 2020, I guess, in which Sasho and Rob pulled. And Ryan was like, it can be a balanced match, but Sasho is a favorite. And I was letting him speak, and I was like, bro, Rob is going to get destroyed, man. This is the biggest mismatch ever. Rob cannot do anything. So these sort of things I said, and that pissed him off, man. After that, when he lost the match, he came back home and straight away started shitting at Ryan and me for predicting him to lose. Basically, that's what that was it. So if I'm saying, let's say I'm talking about Israel or maybe Clifton, I'm saying that you guys are going to get destroyed in your super match, and the next day you win, and in a dominant fashion, maybe not even in a dominant fashion, you just win,
I
and then
literally
you come back on your channel and you say, I'm just saying, and I was predicting you to lose and you win, and then you come on your channel and then you start shit talking about me. I'll be respectful towards that. I was like, bro, I was wrong. You have your moment. I'm all ears. You can say whatever you want. But when somebody says you're going to get destroyed, and you do get destroyed, and then you start talking shit about that person, that part is beyond my levels of understanding.
Clifton, you were there in person, man, seeing RVJ going against Ben Brooks. Were you surprised at all with that outcome?
So I thought right away, I thought it was a mismatch of a match. I thought RVJ was gonna just fly straight through him. But I will give, when you get into that Ben Brooks, and that's everybody. I mean, Jerry Catterett, everybody. When you get into that flop wrist press wedge, it's hard to get the hell around it. So, and that's what kind of happened, is that everything started getting to the point where Ben Brooks would get here, it would jam, and it sat here like this, and it was slowly cranking out. That's majority of the matches of what they were. So did Ben do better than what I anticipated? Yeah, 100%. I mean, Ben's a pretty strong dude. He's very, very on his upward trajectory. But it was closer than what I thought it was going to be.
Matt, hearing
I
this outcome between RVJ and Ben Brooks having 80 pounds on him, being 300 pounds, what do you think is going to be the outcome between Ryan and RVJ?
Well, I was surprised when they caught up in person and they did compare wrists, and Ryan's was significantly bigger. I know RVJ has a massive hand, and yeah, he's definitely got big biceps. He's got the experience in WAL, and he's been around for a long time. He's a very good arm wrestler. I think it would be a fantastic match. I think Ryan has more options. I think he has more strategy, and will probably, I think, just outthink RVJ. And I think RVJ will just work on getting stronger. So yeah, I can see maybe I would say it's close. I mean, RVJ is a very strong guy. If it was first to four, I think Ryan would take it 4-2.
Before I seen both of them in person at Knuckles Up 2, I would have said RVJ for sure. After seeing the progress I seen from Ryan Bowen at East vs. West 4, then seeing him at Knuckles Up 2, I couldn't believe the difference in person, and the hand, the wrist. It was just so noticeable in person. I was like, holy shit. And seeing where Ryan is now, he's kind of fell back from social media and really focused on becoming that arm wrestler, and that's where all the focus is right now. I think RVJ it's got a real problem coming his way. I think Ryan Bowen's going to shock everybody and show where his ninja skills are at.
It's why the match is on, because when Rob and I were in the room together and we gripped up over the breakfast table, it was very evident to both of us that it's a match. Like, there was no one-sided. No one felt, I didn't dominate his hand, he didn't dominate my hand. It felt like a match, and so that just was the tick of the box that we both needed to be like, yeah, well, let's do this thing, let's find out, because the balance is there. It is a match. There's lanes for him, there's lanes for me, but now that I have the data and the awareness that his wrist rise sucks compared to mine, like, you're gonna see Rob slipping me. He's gonna be the one running for the straps. Promise you.
I was gonna say, I think it's gonna end up being a riser versus cupping match for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's Riser versus cupping, and if I can make the match about Riser, he'll let go of the cup and slip. If he can handle my Riser and make it drag, then I'll just flash pin him. But it will be a cup versus Riser battle, 100%.
Ryan, what was your thoughts with him at Knuckles Up 2 when he beat Brandon Allen? Do you think you would have been able to do the same to Brandon?
Well, I've got a different set of tools to Rob, so I would face Brandon Allen using my riser. And when I touch Brandon Allen's hand off the table, he has pretty stiff riser as well. He's a strong dude in that respect. So it would have been a different match. I probably would have gone to straps with him, and I would have been more top roll climb, press. That's probably how I would have done it. But like I've never got on the side table with Brandon, so I don't know. But yeah, I think like Brandon's a super strong dude. I chatted with him a lot afterwards about just how he could have executed. He didn't trust himself. He got scared, and he was really, really desperate for the slip, and he never trusted. He never gave himself an opportunity to access his full strength because of fear of RVJ's hand. And I was trying to teach him a few things afterwards about when someone's wrist flexion is so good that you actually can't beat it in a hard counter sense, then the best direction to go is into the fire. You don't run from the fire anymore. You go into the fire, and then at least you can be strong too. Because if you can't get outside that fire, then you just get disengaged like he did. So he just has some tactical upgrading that needs to be done, and sometimes and a little bit of courage as well to jump into that fire. And until you've jumped in the few times, you don't realize that there's actually value in there. So I'll jump straight into that RVJ fire. Don't worry.
Can't wait to see that, man.